All right guys, I'm out here ice fishing today on some really nice early ice conditions, and I wanted to show you guys a product that I came up with last year, started selling, and I didn't do a video on it last year, so we've had some questions on it and people have been liking them, so I figured I'd show you guys what they are. I will show you guys a close-up picture of what this looks like. This is the product here. These are tip-up line markers. They're depth line markers. So you can mark your line and set your bait in the exact same position every time. Say you want to fish a foot off from bottom, 2 feet off bottom, halfway down the water column. Well, you can mark your line with this device here, and you'll know when you reel it up to your reel, you're set at that same depth every time. A lot of people in the past have used matchsticks, or a lot of people seem to like the button technique where you leave a button on your line, you can slide it around. Problem with the button is that it's not easily removed. And a lot of people leave the button, they thread it onto their line, so you have to slide it up and down, which can be a problem if you're fishing a lot of different depths. With these here, you can take them off your line at the end of the day, you can move them all around, they work pretty good. So this is what they look like here. I got a couple different colors, and they come in orange, green, or pink. So pretty good visible colors. I'll show you guys the orange here. As of right now, I have one size. I may make a larger size in the future, but I'm not sure. At least this size seems to be working pretty good. I designed these really small, so it'd be the most minimal thing you could put on your line that's not going to get hooked and snagged on rocks and you know, limbs under the ice or even the edge of your hole. It'll go right over it nice and easy. So basically what you would do if you're fishing with tip ups, and this is pretty helpful when you're fishing for lake trout especially, you would put your sounder on, drop it down your hole, you would find bottom, find where bottom is here. We're fishing pretty shallow now, but imagine this is, you know, 50 feet deep or so. We find bottom. We can then grab our line. Say we want to fish a foot off from bottom. We pull this up, you know, a foot or more, wherever you want to fish at, and we will attach this marker. So how you use this marker is there's a few notches in there, and they are designed to fit around your ice fishing line just like that. There's some grooves. You'll drop your line into each one of these recessed grooves like this, and it will naturally fall into the middle groove and be sort of a seamless configuration there. And then in this configuration, you can still slide it around in your line if you want to. It stays in place pretty well like that, but if you really want to lock it in so it makes sure it doesn't move, you want to wrap your line around each tip one more time. So put it back through the groove, pull it tight, put it back through the groove, pull it tight, and that thing is not coming off. It's going to stay on there. And then when you set your trap, you know, you'll reel your line back up, set your bait on the hook, put your bait on the hook, and then you can reel your line all the way up to where that marker is, and that will be sitting a foot off from bottom or wherever you decide to fish. At the end of the day, you can come in here, unwrap that, pop this thing right off your line, put it right back in your pocket. So that's what it looks like there. So they come in this little carrying case so you can get, you know, so you don't lose them. Comes with 10 in the pack. There are instructions on the back of the container on how to do that wrap that I showed you, and it also comes with an instruction card when you buy it in the packaging. They just barely float, so if you do drop these in the hole, you're not going to lose them, but they don't add any buoyancy to your line at all. Kind of a cool product. I've been really wanting to come up with something that works better than the matchstick technique or the button technique, and these are made from an outdoor rated plastic. I make these myself, and they seem to work pretty good. So if you guys want to check them out, if you want to get some for you for this ice fishing season, go check them out at troutwhisperertackle.com. I'll leave a link in the description below, and let me know what you guys think of these things. Thanks for watching.